So I wasn't intending on coming in here today, but as you can see, pardon my sniffles, it's definitely kept humid-ish in here. I got my overwintering peppers. I got super peppers and bell peppers. Got my diatomaceous earth. I've got things going into trays, which I will put the link for these trays from Amazon. As you can see, I just reuse egg cartons, strawberry containers. That is my oregano from last year. It is looking hurt because I got an attack of aphids and they took out my oregano, which I never would have expected. Hence why they are no longer near those, because they came in on those suckers. And then I've got some celery, rosemary, a plant I'm bringing back to health. I believe that's called a winter cactus. I'm not sure. I'm turning milk cartons into containers to put beans, start beans in. Start my pole beans. Let's see what else I got. I got these because I didn't know if I was going to need them for anything for gardening. I have started spreading December of 2020. Picked up some neem oil. This I got on Amazon. That is my ground orange that you guys have seen in a previous video. As you can see, this room has stuff to get rid of. Oh my goodness. Containers, which I don't know what I'm going to do with. Craft stuff, stuff to be fixed. My avocado trees. All that fresh green over the winter. They've grown so much. And then I've got, oh goodness, I can't remember. I forgot what that flower is called, but that's one of those. I got a palm, which I had, oops, leaf branch in the way. I had broke off inside here on this one and on this one. So that way they will branch out and it'll kind of stunt them because as you can see, those are much taller. I had damage to it in 2019. Oh, cut focus, there we go. That's better. As you can see, it broke. It just clear broke. So it sprouted 2 more out, and I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. My cat is trying to eat the palm fronds that I just broke off. Every year I get into a panic because some turn yellow and fall off. And these are ones that were cut off of other things before. They're all crispy, but they're so green. These ones died off on their own. I just pulled those off of this plant. And it scares me every single year. You can see where the cats ate them years ago. Which is why they usually don't come in here. Out of here. No, no, wrong way. It scares me every year because I'm like, oh my goodness, it's dying. No, it's not dying. It just does it every year. There'll be a few more that come off. And then pineapple plant. So much new growth in there over the winter. All from this piece newer. All that has grown in over the winter. Looks great. And then this, oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this to split open. My kids tried splitting it and I had to tell them, no, stop. You can see it's still, they're still tight together. I haven't even come apart yet. It's beautiful being able to watch nature happen. Isn't that amazing? That's grown in through the winter. And then, like I said, on these, all this is new growth. These 2 are new growth. From here up is new, all from this winter. Hey, kitty, stop. That is why this one's broken. But, I mean, it still has some veins going down the sides, so I'm trying not to let it die off. What are you doing? You say you live in an apartment. Sorry, I'm going to go in for the heater so it won't be loud and you can't compost. That's compost I've had going and been adding to all winter. There's absolutely zero smell from it. You can still actually see some stuff inside that hasn't fully broken down. I think that's cardboard. I've layered this stuff, the cocoa whatever stuff that you've got to like add water to. I added a gallon of water to this so it's moistening itself so I can add it to these for beans. But I put the cocoa stuff in the bottom, basically the compressed soil that you have to like rehydrate, and like one brick becomes like a whole wagon full of soil. That's what I kind of mix into, you know, my gardens, all my soil. I'll throw some on the top of plants, like in the soil on my plants. You'll see that's kind of a layer on top. But in my compost bins, I put a layer of that down, and it's moistened, so that way it starts getting a little bit of moisture into that environment. And then I'll put in vegetable scraps, eggshells, veggie peels. I don't put in citrus, and I don't put in onion. I don't put in dairy. We don't eat meat, so I don't put in meat. But I'll put in like veggie scraps, apple cores, peels, stuff like that. And then I'll like shred newspaper. I will shred cardboard, all of that kind of stuff, and put that in as the next layer, and then some more soil. Usually the next soil I put in is fairly dry. It's not sopping wet. It's fairly dry because it'll soak in from the breaking down vegetables and fruits in there, which I find helps cut down on smell. There's no bugs in it at all. I might have taken a worm or two from outside and thrown it in there. Sometimes I do that so that the worms can help break it down, leave their deposit, and continue doing the nature cycle. But I have like 2 sets of each layer. So, you know, 2 layers of food scraps in amongst everything. And it works great. And I add that to my gardens. I have 3 or 4 totes that have been sitting outside all winter composting. I made sure I put worms in all of them, but they're out there, and I'm sure they keep pretty warm because the snow seems to melt off those fairly first. So, yeah, this is my, I need to organize it, get rid of all my donate, fix all my craft stuff area. So that's a lot of what you'll be seeing. You'll be seeing me turn stuff like this into floor cushions, using these and the toddler mattresses from their beds, you know, remove the covering off the outside. I have one, the cats are eating everything that they find. So I've got one that's memory foam, and I'm going to cut that into 2 floor cushions, and all these things that I'm going to be doing, you know, planting my potatoes in a laundry basket. That's something that I need to get going here pretty soon. So again, these are all things that you're going to see right here on the Hot Mess Mom channel. If you want to see more, make sure you click the like button, click subscribe, and click the bell so that way you know when a new video uploads. There's going to be so much coming at you. Like I said, 3 days a week I'm going to try to. I know today I just put up the video that I meant to put up yesterday. I was having some issues with my phone. I'm just going to let my cat eat it. It's fine. It's off the plant. So yeah, I had some issues with my phone yesterday. I've still been doing my editing on my phone. I've still been filming with my phone. I'm getting a new computer. The computer that I have now is not the greatest, but I'm making do with it. And I was having trouble getting my phone to connect to the computer. It wasn't detecting it, or it wasn't letting me transfer files. I couldn't save the edited video. So needless to say, it's up a day late, but now you know everything that is coming. This video will be posted tomorrow. It's going to be a compilation of all sorts of stuff. That's kind of how my videos, I think, are going to end up being. There's so many things that I'm like, man, I wish I recorded that. Like, I should have shown you what this looked like with all of the dead leaves on it. But I guess that's not really something I have to worry about. I should have shown you how I was putting these together and what my plan is for the shelf and like all of that kind of stuff. But I think that's what's going to be filmed this weekend for next Monday to show you. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the soil in these containers, get them ready for planting beans in. I actually might start planting some beans right now. I got 1/2 pound of, let me find them. I will add the link to these as well. I know I need to get caught up on links. Bear with me. I'm working on like a whole format for the description, so it makes it easier for me to get that up for you for every single video. I got Dirt Goddess Super Seeds. These are Kentucky Wonder Pole Beans. So I got these on Amazon. Again, I'll get you the link for those. And I think I'm going to plant 4 in each milk carton. So we'll see what happens. I'll have 16 bean plants started. I plan on doing a big trellis, maybe a couple trellises over the walkway outside. I have permission from my landlords to work on the gardens, so I'm going to be doing that. You're going to be seeing a lot more stuff this year. I'm super excited to share everything with you. So let me go ahead and get to it. Hey guys, I am hopping in to interrupt this video really quick. You thought it was over probably, but not quite. And the reason for that is, excuse me, I forgot about this footage from like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and found it tonight while I was lounging in bed, deleting things off of my phone and just seeing what I have for videos to move to my folder to make into content for you guys. Because I've been shooting so much stuff and I just don't have like enough of this or that or whatever. And I found this. So earlier today, I was filming my laundry day and I threw the kids in with their first video game and their STEM learning toys. And so I was putting that together and that's when I found these. Long story, trying to cut it short for you. I just looked at the 2 videos real quick, was like, you know what, let me throw them together. I'm not really cutting anything out. I don't know if I did. I think it was just 2 videos. I hit like pause or stop or something in between. But I've grown my beans. They're getting big. I've planted some salad greens, like a couple different kinds of spinach, I think 2 or maybe 3 kinds of spinach. Black beauty eggplant, I think, broccoli, cauliflower. I think that's all that I planted already. So it's Wednesday. This weekend, I am probably going to be starting my carrots and my beets. I want to do those in containers because outside is like, I'm not ready to plant out there yet. I want to, I don't know what else I'm starting. I haven't started all my herbs yet. I need to do that. I want to do like lavender and basil and all of that. Basil sometimes I direct sow though out with tomatoes, but I am starting my tomatoes a little bit earlier, so I'm probably going to start my basil a little earlier. I don't care if they get really big inside. I have that entire room that I can use for them. That's something that I always tell everybody. When you're gardening, think about the space that you have, because what happens if it's like 2020 and your frost date gets delayed by like 2 weeks and a hard frost kills absolutely everything that you planted outside? And I'm probably going to hold on to this footage. So although it's St. Patty's Day, you may not see this until after the weekend. So probably on Monday I'll post this. I will show you the update of everything that I've planted inside here. And then I will probably take you guys outside and you will see what it looks like right now. Because before I closed my garden down, I put a layer of leaves, I put some cardboard over the top, and then I just took the branches that were falling off in some of the storms. I just threw those on the top because I plan on taking those off, putting them in the waste area, and then taking the cardboard off, getting rid of that, or using that in compost bins once I add the compost on top of what's there. Add some chicken manure that I had purchased a bag of at the store last year. I have enough left to put in this year to add a little bit more nutrients to the soil, in addition with all my composted material and whatnot I've been working on over the winter. I don't follow one general kind of gardening. I might get some opposition because of that. I just do whatever works for me. And just this year, I got like a pH water light test stick thingy meter thing. I've never used DE. I've never used neem oil until recently. I just never did. I just let nature kind of do its thing. But now I'm adapting to all of these things that I've tried, things that I have learned over the last year or two. So we poured some water beads just literally 2 minutes ago. We couldn't wait to play with them, so we'll see where they end up in the morning.
An orca and a hammerhead is swimming. Hammerhead. And hammerhead is hurting down. The hammerhead. There goes the hammerhead. The water beads. And then the water beads. There goes the hammerhead. And him. What are these?
They're gonna get really big, huh?
Yeah, like a big giant?
Like a big giant one? Yeah, there'll be lots of them. All of those are gonna get big.
Like soup like that?
No. And then you'll be able to swim all your sea animals in there?
It's Eliana.
Ellie! She's not gonna come here right now. She's playing with her animals. That's okay. You get to play with this all by yourself until she's ready.
I need her.
We'll go get her in a few minutes, okay?
Get her! Okay, Mom.
Okay. Good morning. I am up early today because I am leading a business Zoom with some of the other leaders in the nutrition company I'm with. So I am in my kitchen. Cameron is sleeping in my bed. Ellie's still in her bed. Fingers crossed they don't wake up, but if they do, it is what it is. I am so blessed to be able to work my businesses around life. But yeah, so some days I get up super early. I've been up since 5:30. I am getting myself going. Staying toasty warm in my bathroom. And yeah, so I will fill you in on everything that's happening today as soon as I finish with that. That'll be over about 8 a.m. and then I'll get the kids ready for school. And it's going to be an amazing day. So much in store.
So we wanted to do another video because I like doing videos.
You do like doing videos. And our water beads got super big. Huh. They weren't this big last night, were they, Cameron?
No.
No.
They were small.
Yeah, because we played with them for a couple minutes last night, huh? And now we decided to play with it for a few minutes before we go to school today. It is 8:30. We have a half hour until we need to head to school. Ooh.
Look, a tiger.
Don't let him get out.
This is a tiger shark.
Yeah? What other stuff do you got in there?
Yes, why did you want to do a video? Next video?
Oh, well, before we were just live on Facebook.
Oh.
Now we're doing our vlog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the Facebook was kind of weird because I said weird noises or something.
That's okay. It was fun. So let's play.
Actually,
They feel so cool. This is actually my first time playing with water beads too.
I had never played with water beads. Where's my hands? Dad's or here. Mommy. Where's my hands?
I don't know. Did a shark eat them?
I love this color. Blue.
Yeah, it's pretty. All the colors are really cool.
Jump. Put it on the floor.
I can't believe how big they got.
Me too. A starfish.
So awesome.
I thought it went on the floor.
Oh, we dropped one?
Yeah.
Let's investigate.
I can't find it.
I'm a little afraid to see what's under here. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's see, is there one under there? I see a piece of cereal. I see another piece of cereal. I don't see any water beads though. We gotta get down and vacuum down here today. Let's see, over here. I found it! This one?
Wow. Oh, what is it?
Are we having fun?
What?
What is that? Ah!
Don't go by this.
No, it'll get ya. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's going in water.
Alright, I'm gonna get my hands in there too. So now that we're done playing, we're getting them ready for school this morning. What do you need, babe?
I need a coat in here.
We're not putting a coat on until we're ready to leave. Pick your shoes out first. Oh, good idea. Go ahead and set those aside. Pick out some shoes. Remember where your shoes are?
Yeah, there.
We actually put their stuff in
Here.
their little armoire. Their shoes are down bottom. Their coats are up top.
And this is
So,
Kim's side. This is my side.
staying a little organized. It's dark over here because I haven't opened the curtain yet. I have been up and going since early this morning. Okay, pick out a pair of shoes. We're gonna pile of get rid of stuff to get rid of. Little man's playing with his sea animals. We just finished playing with our water beads, washed our hands. And I have a whole bunch of stuff to get done today. I gotta finish cleaning up the house. I've got, to go to the bank. I've got to bring trash out. I'm probably gonna run to the grocery store and get some things. Anything you guys want from the store today?
I want the toys.
You want some toys?
Yeah.
Of course you want toys. Anything you want at the grocery store, Ellie, for food?
Candy. He wants candy.
Wait, we're not getting candy. What do you want at the store? Oh, apples? We need some more apples?
Yep.
And our bananas are still green. Have we checked our bananas? Let's check our bananas.
Mama,
They were super uber green. Okay, you can wear that today. They were super uber like crazy green. They're still super, they were this green the whole banana and they're finally getting yellow. So they should be ready tomorrow or the next day. Super exciting, but I'll see if they have some yellow ones at the store, okay? Okay. What else do we want at the store? Anything else I should grab?
I love apples. So.
Lots of apples?
Strawberries.
I'll see if they have strawberries. Ooh, should I grab some more of my non-meat meatballs? We have spaghetti meatballs, but they're not the meat ones, so they don't give you a tummy ache. Yeah. Some more bacon and sausage.
The straight skinny with the meatballs with sauce.
Yes. For dinner tonight?
Yeah, I love this.
Okay. So I guess I have planned dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got all your animals?
Yeah.
So it is 20 of 9. I am going to go get them ready. Hold on a second. I'm going to go get them ready for school and get them to school. And then when I come back, we will get some stuff done.
I have to tell
What?
I do have a catch the leprechaun because we didn't it.
Yes, I will tell you guys all about it. And after school, you can tell them all about it. They've already taken apart their traps because we're going to make them bigger and better next year. But we didn't catch the St. Patty's leprechaun.
And guess what?
What?
We had a decoration up, and he left a note, and he said, try to catch me next year.
Yeah. So we got to wash your face. You got toothpaste on your face. So let me go ahead and go do that. Getting really close. See, you got white crusties on the side of your mouth from your toothpaste.
Yeah.
So I walked in the door. Now I'm trying to find where my stand is to put you guys in. Walked in the door, immediately went to the plant room. Let me grab my glasses. I didn't even do that. To start taking care of the plants and forgot you guys. So let's get you in there. Ah, I drop you. All right, so let's get you set up in here. Somewhere you can see what I've got going on. It's really a mess. I've got tons of cleaning to do in here. Actually, let me spin you around and show you what's happening first. All right. So, these are the beans that I had planted. They are coming out of the top. I am just about to water this stuff. I've got spinach, eggplants, my broccoli and cauliflower is starting to come up. I just misted this one, or started to, and I was like, oh, starting to come up right there. And then I've got oak leaf lettuce. I got Swiss chard coming up in there. And I've got these to all water. I just watered that because he's looking so sad. Some natural light instead of grow lights. I've got to do a lot of planting. This I'm going to do with the kids later because we haven't done that yet. So let's get to the plants. Okay, so something that I need to do is get some water. So I've got my jugs in the sink. Let me fill these up. And I'm not entirely sure everything that I'm going to plant. I know the last little bit that I filmed, I was like, I want to plant this and that and this and that. It's not quite the weekend yet, so I don't know if I'm going to actually start anything today or if I'm just going to take care of what's in there. Got an itch on my foot. Keep like moving around. Trying to itch it with my shoe and it wasn't working. But yeah, so I've got that stuff started. I'm going to see what's growing, what's not. So far the beans are doing the best. I know I need to start more. I need to start my tomatoes, so I might start those. And I might start those in egg crates or egg cartons, egg boxes, whatever you want to call them. I hear them called everything. So my egg cartons that I haven't used, because that's what I call them. All right, I've got some water. Let's head in here. So the first thing I want to do is make sure everything that needs water gets watered. I am going to put water in the bottom of the tray that has all my stuff that's starting, like my oak leaf lettuce, my Swiss chard, broccoli, cauliflower, eggplant, Bloomsdale, and Noble Giant spinach. I had to remember which kinds of spinach I planted. So those I am going to add some water in so it can soak up into the bottom, since I'm using those strawberry containers with the holes on the bottom. Once I eat my produce out of them, I just set them aside and use them for this. So I'm going to mist the top, add some to the bottom, and hope that they didn't dry out too much. It got a little bit warmer in here. Apparently my kids turned up the heat last night, so it was warm. Not enough that it's going to like kill off anything warm. If anything, they enjoyed it, but I don't know how dry the soil is now. So let's oh, you can't see from there. Let's get some water in the bottom of this. Some starting to pop through. When they have those first set of leaves, I can start shining a grow light on them and get them as much sunlight as they need, because this room doesn't stay bright all day. Or if it's really, really, really cold in here, or I should say really, really cold outside, I will actually use the grow light over the sunlight, just because covering this door as I normally do with a sheet, right now I just have it pulled aside, actually helps a lot with holding in the heat. And like I said, these guys are growing really well. I've already misted those, so those are okay. Hi, kitty, kitty. On the bottom shelf here, I am going to probably put some of these are already established plants, so I can set up a space here to put some more starter stuff on. So yeah, let me just do that. Ciao, kitty, kitty. And the soil is still plenty wet. This is a little dry. And I don't care if it drips onto the floor underneath. It's not going to be enough to create a problem. I'll just use a little bit more. And when I add water to my plants, I always make sure I add a little bit, and then I give it a little while to soak in, and then I see if they need any more. And if they do need more, then I'll add more.
Otherwise, if you add water to soil that's starting to dry out, a lot of times it won't immediately soak back in. It kind of just runs through. So I like to give it a little bit of moisture, let that moisture work down through, get everything to a state where it can absorb even better, and then I go back and add more if I need to. Again, just my way of doing it. So now I'm going to take this light and put it down here. I'm not worried about putting lights directly over the plants. They've done really well so far. Like I said, I tend to open up this curtain and let them get natural sunlight. But this is just in case I need a little bit more sunlight in the evenings. Now that time has changed with daylight savings, I don't have as much of that problem, but it's good to have. All right. So that I'm going to keep there for now. Oh, sorry, kitty. And I am going to start. I'm going to start tomatoes in these. I don't always do tomatoes in these, but I think I'm going to this year just because that's going to work best for me. So let me go ahead and get my area ready, and then we'll be right back and show you how I do it. So I have my seeds in a box like this. It's just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure my mom had the tin, and I was just like, hey, that would make a good seed container. So I keep my stuff organized a little bit differently. I know some people who have binders. That was originally my intention, but then when I realized how many seeds that I have, it probably wouldn't ever close. So this works better for me. As you can see, I have all of my seeds in page protectors. These are like all my, let's spread around a little bit, see what I got here. These are all my salad greens, like collards, cress, spinach, corn salad. Right now I am looking for tomatoes. Aha, tomato seeds. And I have some that I saved from last year. So I might start by planting those first. And what I do is I like to just sit on the ground and kind of get in touch with nature a little bit when I am gardening. So I'm going to be doing the same thing here on the floor this morning. I am going, hi kitty kitty, as long as they don't knock you guys over. Ah, see, like that. So I will probably find another spot for you guys to hang out with us. And you can watch me plant my tomatoes. So I'll just shine you guys down here. So what I'm going to do, and I'm actually going to take these up. Dump out all my tomatoes. Black cherry tomatoes, beefsteak reds, rootgers, Floridade, large tomatoes from somebody, and these our tomatoes, and then tomatoes. So these are probably ones that I got from my mom. These are seeds from our tomatoes. I don't know what tomatoes those were. I'm sure there's been some cross-pollination, but I'm going to go ahead and plant our tomatoes first, and then I'll probably plant these ones just because I don't know what they are. I try to use up these first. These are older. These were packaged for 2015, so their germination rate is going to drop drastically. Say that 5 times fast. The germination rate on these was 85 to 88%. They're probably 40 to 50% germination rate. So I'm good. If whatever I plant here, some of these were from last year, so the germination rate is still going to be good. However, I will plant 2 per cell in these because I can always separate them later, or if one doesn't grow, there's a second one in there that should grow. So what I'm going to do is take some of this soil, which has some chunks of wood and stuff in it. basically I reuse my soil. I re-fortify it. I add stuff to it. So some of this soil is potting mix. Some of this soil is that cocoa stuff that I use. There might be some, oh, hey kitty kitty. There might be some topsoil in there. I see a piece of an eggshell right here. There is a little bit, I'm actually going to take that out in these big pieces. There's some leftover root. I try to keep as much of the matter as I can composted in the garden. I pull out anything that's infected with bugs or anything like that. But in general, I try to leave most of it in. Because, I mean, it's going to go right into the soil, and you can hear the heat kick on. Oh. I'm not very good at pouring this, so don't judge. And this kitty litter mat is truly amazing for potting plants because the soil, it just goes right through. I don't make as much of a mess on myself, which anybody knows me was a win. Out of the way just so I don't get them all wet. And I just go in and lightly spray. Don't knock it over, kitty. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Out of the bush, out of the tree, out of the tree, out of the tree. Out of the tree. I'll spray you. Ha. I usually don't spray the cats, but when they don't listen and they are climbing up in my plants, I will give them a little spritzer. So I just make sure it's good and damp, and then I just make like a tiny little indentation in the center. Not even like a hole, it's just a slight indentation so that when I put the seeds, I'll just push the soil from the sides over the top. So let me open this thing that I have marked our seeds. What the status of our seeds are. Oh, they're all stuck in here. So you see, these probably aren't going to do much of anything. So these I'm probably not going to use. These were more than likely hastily put together. I know some of you will say, oh, they'll grow, they'll grow. So what I might do is take one of these, fill it up with some soil, or put some soil in here, and just open this up and lay it out in here and see if anything grows. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Sometimes I'm just in the spur of the moment not thinking. These ones, however, have been nicely done. So I'm going to take 2 seeds. 1, 2. And I make sure they're not right on top of each other, as you can see. They're like right next to each other. Oh, I'm gonna spray the cat again. Get out of here, get out of here. They're not supposed to be in this room for the reason of the plants. I hear the birds singing outside. I absolutely love this time of year. I have plans to organize this room up a little bit to have a better filming situation for this. However, I don't have it right now, and I don't want to miss filming for you guys again. My OCD is going to drive me nuts because they feel a different way from the rest. So I'm going to do this whole carton with these tomatoes, and then I think I'm going to do some of the black cherry tomatoes. If these all grow, I will have lots of tomatoes, and I will be getting more soil to accommodate them, which is fine by me because I eat a lot of tomatoes, and I plan on making more this year as far as tomato sauce and whatnot. So Tomato seeds are fairly easy because they're a good size, but when you get to little things like broccoli and cauliflower seeds, I'm gonna grab one, yes, or any other super tiny seeds, not spinach, but like some other lettuces and whatnot have really tiny seeds. They're not as big as these, so those can be a little tougher. So you may find it difficult to just do 2 seeds or whatnot per cell. That's okay. You can always either thin them out by pinching the less successful looking ones, the ones that maybe are scraggly, they're a little leggy. Pick the best ones, pinch off the other ones right at the top of the soil, or you can gently separate them from each other. It takes a little bit of patience and a little extra time. However, then you're not throwing away your investment by throwing away plants that are growing. And that's usually what I do, is I separate them. So now I am literally just pinching the soil barely over the seeds, just enough to give them that coverage. But I want them to be able to pop up through the soil, because seeds only have enough energy to get up through the soil. All right, I think I'm done planting everything that I want to plant today. I got 3 different kinds of tomatoes. I got 2 things of cucumbers, 3 different kinds of squash. I put all my pepper plants in their own containers so I could use the larger containers to get some carrots and beets started. So yeah, let me flip you around and show you what I did. Okay, so you had already seen these. I had poured the water in and it soaked it all up, so it obviously needed it. I went ahead and moved the herbs that I already had and the celery down at bottom. I started some sunflowers and some lavender, and then I moved all the pepper plants. And these are just oat containers, just oats that I kept the containers, and I'm just going to put them in there. Temporary situation, just to let them sit in here for 2-3 more weeks at least. See if any of them start growing leaves back. And then I planted beets, 2 different kinds. These are Cylindra, and if I say things wrong, don't be too angry at me, people. Ruby Queen. So I got beets in each of those, and then I started some carrots, Scarlet Nantes carrots, so I've got those in there. And then up here, obviously I'm not worried about sunlight because I just planted them yet. This is that paper towel of our tomatoes that I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I put the paper towel between 2 layers of soil. The top layer is very thin, just enough to cover them up, and then some in the bottom. And then I also have the black cherry tomatoes, and then just the other ones that said tomatoes. And then underneath this tray, if I can do this gracefully, I have Market More and Poinsettia cucumbers over here. I've got butternut squash, yellow crookneck squash, and acorn squash. 4 to 6 of each of those seeds started in there. So that way, if only a couple take off, I still have some. If they all take off, fantastic. And this kind of let me clean up a little bit. My potatoes, I'm going to be starting in there very soon. I know I mentioned this bag before. So let's open it up. Let's see what we got. Oh, I see. Reach for the sky. So it is time to get them planted. So I am going to be doing that probably next to get that started, but they're growing. These are the potatoes that are left that I didn't eat from what I grew last year. I grew them last year. My potatoes I grew at my mother's house in her hugelkultur mound. They grew amazing. She grew potatoes in there as well as a variety of other vegetables. You'll have to check out their channel, Keeping It Real with Marilyn and Steve. I think it's Marilyn and Steve, not Steve and Marilyn. It's Keeping It Real. because their last name is Riel. I will drop a link to their channel down in the description of my video today, so you can take a peek at that. But I am going to go ahead and empty out that hamper, put some soil on the bottom, get it started, and I think I'll be done for today. Okay, so I just have an old hamper. It has some holes drilled in the bottom because I was planning on using it for potatoes before I started using my parents' garden. And I just put a little bit, not a thick layer, can't tell if you can't really see it through, just a little bit of compost, basically everything that you had seen that I had in here in that other footage that my cat was trying to eat. There they are, speaking of kitty cats. So I am going to dump some soil onto this. I've got some premixed soil and cocoa there. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that in, put the potatoes in there, put a little bit more cocoa on top, and yeah, let's see what happens. I put the soil in. It's only filled up to about here right now. It squished and compacted all of the matter that's going to compost in here when it goes on the ground outside. But I filled it up to here. Put plenty of potatoes in there. There's still a few in here. I'll probably beg my mom to just throw those in her garden or something. Or I've got a second hamper that I might do. And I just know some people might say, hey, this is too close together. I don't know what's going to happen. My goal is to get a good amount of potatoes. I have never done them in this method before. I've seen people say, hey, just put them in, just jam pack them in. And then I've had other people say, no, you've got to space them out a little bit. What I'll do is as I add some stuff on here, I'm going to make sure these are sticking up, because these are the tubers that you're going to go ahead and get new potatoes off of. So let me go ahead, add some soil on top of this, get those sticking up, and then show you what it looks like from there. So I have covered them up. Obviously these still have quite a bit of growth on them, and you can see where they're going. The tubers are going to want to root out and grow potatoes. However, I want to be able to cover them more than just my tote of cocoa here. So I am going to get some more soil. I'm probably going to continue growing it in soil, although I've had some people say you can pile on leaves. Hugelkultur mound, I had grown potatoes in hay. So I've thought about getting some hay, putting that on here, and continuing building in the hay. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet. I'm just kind of running with it. So I am going to go ahead and just mist down the top of this a little bit. There is some moisture in the bottom layer, but this top layer I just put on is a little drier than I would like. And I didn't realize that until I was already putting it on, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to take it off, and then whatever. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move it over by the window so it can catch the heat and the sunlight from the day. Oh, it's beautiful. I just want to stand here in the sun all day. Oh, it's so warm. Yeah. And then I'm going to see what else needs to get done. I'll probably do a quick cleanup in here. I'm not sure what I'll be doing when I come back to you. So let's see what happens.